Are you tired of struggling with your contact or your direction or both? Well, that means your center is moving all over the place, and the best remedy to get the feel of a centered golf swing is the feet together drill. You can't mess this one up. Have a look. Now, the first thing we do, and you'll realize that if you look at your feet, the arches of your feet are like suction cups, and you're using the arches of your feet to apply suction to the ground in your posture. Now, when you're taking your posture in golf, you don't want to be static in nature. So many of you look at a golf ball and says, hey, the ball's not moving, and you become immobile with it. So you'll tend to stand very tall and very still and very straight up. So if I was going to, let's say, grab a sandbag and heave it into the back of a truck, immediately my legs would be engaged and my brain would need my legs to heave the bag into the back of that truck. So when I put my feet together, I'm going to fuse both arches together and form one main suction cup. And then I'm going to apply that suction through my hips, knees, and into my ankles. So my glutes and my quads are very much engaged in my golf swing. So I feel very balanced at address. Now, since your brain feels the platform under your body as very narrow, it will immediately get into counterbalancing mode. So one arm is about 9% of your body weight, times 2 plus a club. That means you got about 40 pounds of arms in front of you if you're a 200-pound person. When my arms go into my backswing, something has to counterbalance me on the other side to prevent me from falling over. So allow this to happen. If you don't let the hips turn, you go with the arms, right away your center of gravity is going to be compromised. So you'll feel the need to allow the hips to turn right out of the gate. That's a good thing. That's what you're designed for. And you'll see, if you're a golfer over 40, check out that title on the video. We did a nice video with Scully. You'll understand why you really need to allow your hips to turn. So as my hips turn, it creates like the loading effect of a catapult. If you ever watch un trébuchet, as we call them in French, you have a counterweight on one side attached to an arm, and you've got your cable and your boulder on this side, or your pumpkin. Remember, if you go to a pumpkin chuck, and then you got a team of people that are going to raise that counterweight. You got that support beam here supporting it. So when you cut the string and the counterweight falls this way, falls down and around, it pushes the arm up, and then the sling and the boulder come right after that. Everything gets chucked over the top of that thing and out over the castle wall. So we're doing the same thing, but more underneath. So if I'm a tennis player and I'm doing a serve, it's like if I had a bamboo shoot running horizontally above my head and I got a nice sword right here, I'm going to slash the sword through that bamboo shoot. Well, golf is very much like a tennis serve. It goes from underneath. So it's like that bamboo shoot is coming out vertically from the ground, and I'm slashing through the base of that bamboo shoot at ground level. That's golf. So when I gather my backswing, the butt counterbalances my arms going back, then my right arm folds and my wrists hinge. So my arm unit of my catapult, the cable, and there's my boulder. So now when the arms fall, as the arms fall, the butt returns. The returning of the butt away from the target is going to catapult the club head through the ball and out toward the target. So I'm going to feel peak speed and the whistling of the club right out here in front of me. So gather the catapult, let the arms fall, and I'm feeling as the butt returns, the arms get catapulted toward the target. So I can't move my center when my feet are together, so therefore I'm going to play a straight fade. The club is in the center, the ball just forward of that, So notice the ball's just basically going to be in between the center of your big toe. So from there, I'm going to gather and let it release. So notice as I come through, butt returns, arms go that way. And you'll notice that when you get a hang of this thing, you're going to be able to hit the ball a significant difference. So if I look at miles per hour, I had 84 miles an hour. My carry on that 7-iron was 167. Not bad. So let's have a look again. Gather, let it release. So as my arms fall, the butt returns, and gravity picks up the speed. The butt's got to clear out of the way. Otherwise, the catapult folds over onto itself, and I ruin that big power sequence. So you'll notice when you start doing this, it's okay to allow the knees to extend, because your hip is your femur, and your femur is half your knee. So when I'm going to turn, as the hips turn from underneath the pelvis, the knees are going to extend to give it a little bit of slack. And then the brain goes back to the ground and uses the ground to move the body out of the way, so my arms pass my body and go toward the target. So you'll actually feel the squatting action that you'll see Rory McIlroy do, Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, Sam Snead, the list goes on and on. This squatting action and the ground forces of the swing are built right into that central nervous system of yours. It's a free gift. Don't try to think about it. Just enjoy the process. So don't try to stay level, because if you stay level, you can't go use the ground. So gather, let it release. So you see how my body, my head is going up and down. But my club keeps hitting the same spot and keeps cutting through the grass in the same place. Okay? So it looks like this. Just an amazing machine that we have in this human, this human machine. So, one more time for you. Gather, let it release. 170 carry. Look at that. Now, look how tight the dispersion is on these shots. So I hit 3 shots. Average carry was between 165 and 170. So 165, 167, 170. And the carry distances, so if we look at ball speed, very consistent, 115, 114. And the spin rates, 5,000 RPM. So lots of fun, and notice how tight that dispersion is? That's because the center of my swing stayed in the same place. Enjoy.